What's going on? What's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live this Monday night. Feeling good, feeling out of sight. What's going on, guys? Got a great show lined up for you tonight. Good to see some usual members in the chat, some new folks as well. Good to see you guys. We got Sliding Edge, the Zombie Doge Army, Alan Schneider, Mama Crypto, Doodle Doo, me and you. I did not plan that. Bang Stun, Robbie Gilchrist, of course, Low Roller Scratcher, Stormer 144, Larry Ramirez, of course, and Sally. Good to see you, Sally. Eric, and more will be filtering in soon, I'm sure. Great to see you guys. Got a cool show in store for you, but before we get started, if I could just ask you to hit that like button. It's honestly the number one thing you can do to help this channel ascend, get more viewers, and work its way through those algorithms. So if you could just take a moment to do that, appreciate it. Also, if you're brand new here, I'd just like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. So feel free to subscribe. We've got an awesome community here and would love to have you be a part of it. And also, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this program, that's obviously hugely appreciated for all the time and efforts put in. Feel free to ask whatever questions or comments you'd like to myself and or my esteemed colleague above me there. And we will just get down to it, boppers. Mina, lovely to see you. Crypto Tank Girl. Doge Scotland. Yes, hello, all the way from over in Scotland. Dogecoin worldwide. And above me is the man with a plan since 2014. It is none other than Dogecoin Millionaire, Nick Ballz. Nick, how you feeling, man?
I am feeling wonderful, Steven. I would like to go on record as saying that I hate Macs. I will never use them. I hate their products are inferior, and that's just how it is.
I mean, particularly when it comes to streaming. I mean, I'm running everything on a Mac, and that's why we were late, because there's a lot of glitching. Had to restart my system a few times. We finally got it working here, but when I can afford it, that is the first thing on my priority, is getting a new rig that's more appropriate for streaming, that can handle all this action. Yeah, that's fair enough. Captain Howdy, here's a thought. Steven Steele should run his intros on loop for an hour before a show. I don't know if there'd be much.
You really want to set his laptop on fire. That's how you do it.
Even if it could do that, I don't know if there'd be much of an audience for that. Captain Audi starting things off with the first super chat of the night. Thanks for the $1.50, sir. We've had definitely some significant market movement since we last chatted. Nick, I actually did a special super early morning stream when things were first pumping, and we had a lot of folks in here and we were having a good time. We got up to about 27 cents before things kind of equaled out, and I hinted that I could very well do that before. Now, let me run this by you, Nick, and I want your thoughts on it. What I predicted was going to be the highest probability scenario was that we were going to come down slightly above the previous floor before things likely started running again tomorrow, Tuesday. Now, Tuesday, I think you and I have discussed this, that tomorrow could be a pretty bullish day for Bitcoin, except this time, consequentially, I think it has a much higher probability of pulling everything up, including Dogecoin. Your thoughts?
No, I would agree. And you know what? I've got this. I don't draw because I use my fib patterns on Doge most of the time, so I don't have a ton of lines going on. But I do have this magenta line drawn at 27.21 cents for Dogecoin right now. Seems to be a heavy area of resistance. It's got rejected off that twice so far since the original September dump. So yeah, I mean, if we can stage a run past that 27.2 mark, I think it looks better, and the pattern that we're forming right now looks really good. I'd like to see. I wish what's so funny? I actually slept in this morning for once, and I missed the whole thing. Yeah, for me, 7:30. But yeah, I missed the whole thing because it happened at like 5 a.m.
Right.
Or it started to happen at
Started around 4:30, and I was just starting to doze off, and then my messages were blown up about it, and my mentions were blown up about it, and I said, I started looking into this, and I said, here we go. So yeah, that was the most significant action we've seen in a short period of time in over 3 months. That was fun. It was a fun little ride. It kind of got the blood pumping again, and we had a good time here having kind of a stream party. Kama DeLuffy coming in at $2 to make you holler. What it do? Steele fam, what's up, Steele? Nick, bye zombie. What? I don't know what that means.
I think he left.
Oh, okay.
He's still there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But nevertheless, thank you, Kama DeLuffy. Appreciate you. As you were saying, where does this epic golden Bitcoin cross that we've been discussing really start to pay dividends? Is tomorrow the day? Is tomorrow the day we see even a bigger market breakout starting at the top?
I mean, Bitcoin has been on the hourly. It's been in a golden cross since October 1st.
Yeah.
So it's still open. It's still moving. The past few days have been a little up and down, but they're, all in all, pretty much flat. I think Bitcoin looks like it's getting ready to stage its next leg, which would be basically surpassing its previous all-time high.
Yes.
If that can happen, which I believe it will within the next few days here, it's just a huge sign for the overall market that Bitcoin can finally rally above its previous all-time high. Now, could Bitcoin get rejected? Could it break its previous all-time high and just get smashed into the ground? It's possible.
Right.
That could happen.
Right.
But I feel like with the ETF approval and kind of how everything. Did you see they put a giant ape down by the New York stock market bull?
What?
Yeah. They built a giant bronze, like 40-ton Harambe statue and parked it right in front of the Wall Street bull.
So
it's massive.
Who is responsible for doing this?
I have no idea. But they had they sketched out some plans and stuff, and they were like, we're gonna make a giant bronze ape to park in front of the Wall Street bull, and somebody did it.
Wow. How is it still there? How long did it last?
Yeah, well, it just got put up today. I don't think. It's like a bazillion tons, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Wait a
for a
second.
while.
So this was an officially sanctioned, approved project by the city?
Yeah, it had to be.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's a giant bronze ape.
I didn't know about this. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, bringing back the spirit of Harambe. I love it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Harambe. I remember there's some really funny songs that came out around the whole Harambe era.
Interesting time.
It was an interesting time.
Can I ask you a question about something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you had that kind of fire tweet the other night from Mark Cuban.
Yeah, it's up to 60,000 views.
Yeah, I kind of just scrolled through it. I noticed that there was a very prominent person who commented on that. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Dude, there's been so much action on my Twitter account. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't been able to keep up with any of it. So who?
Mr. Whale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't. My Twitter has been so on fire lately. I can't keep up with the comments.
Mr.
and mentions.
Whale, of all people, has turned this. This is the sign that you know that hell has frozen over.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Whale has turned into, and I'm not even joking, a Dogecoin maxi.
Wow. Mr. Whale?
Yes, I am shocked. I'm surprised you haven't seen this. I was like, this is my number one question for the night.
No, I just knew Mr. Whale, how most people knew Mr. Whale, is a very bitter, very pessimistic, Bitcoin-esque kind of maxi. Not unlike maybe a less crazy version of someone that will not be named. So
he's like the anti Maxi almost, right? Kind of like he's not a Bitcoin man. He thinks Bitcoin's going to like $0.
Yeah, he's just a pessimist across the board. Like everything's going to SHIT,
but that's apparently not Dogecoin, not according to Mr. Whale.
That is a very peculiar and hilarious development.
I think that I swear to God, I think it's just a troll account meant to aggravate people. I think it's just a troll account meant to piss off Maxis. I think that's the whole goal of that thing, and it's in like it's put together in a very like Andy Kaufman-esque way. Mm-hmm. But that's all it is. I think that's all it is, and he's from Chicago apparently.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll have to locate Mr. Whale. So, that being said, do you think that the Mr. Whale account had been initially conceived in order to help kind of FUD the market to give himself more advantageous positions, or would that be kind of a reach?
I think it's just a troll account.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's been interacting with Billy a lot too.
I did notice that. I got a chuckle out of that. So I don't know, maybe his interactions with Billy has inspired him to become a Doge man. That's hilarious. This reminds me of one other incredible very quick turnabout, and that is Alex Becker. You know about Alex Becker, right? He's a pretty good entertainer. He's a funny guy. Well, he hated on Doge, and he was actually on that on that train with BitBoy Crypto about throwing Elon belongs in jail and Dogecoin's SHIT coin and blah, blah, blah. And literally 2 weeks from that period, he came out and was like, I was wrong. Bitcoin's dated. It's just this antiquated, aging thing that blah, blah, blah. Dog money is where it's at, blah, blah, blah. Dog money and NFTs all day. And I was just like, what? You're just talking about how Elon Musk belonged in jail 2 weeks ago. And yeah, he just like 180 just like that. So this kind of reminds me of something similarly startling.
I think Alex Becker, and it's so funny, before we got on, this kind of circles back, but I think Alex Becker is a functioning high-level person with bipolar disorder. Mm-hmm. Because he went from living a very like extravagant, lavish lifestyle to now he's like this like multi-millionaire Buddhist who owns nothing. Like his whole house, he has like a chair, a desk, a computer, and that's it. He's gotten very skinny too. You can tell he's like not eating, and he'll go through these episodes of like up and down. I think he's a very high level functioning bipolar man. And actually right before we got on the air, I was watching this hilarious documentary about this guy who paid this dude to film him in Jamaica with like 20 girls from Ukraine. He basically set up his own Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire? This wealthy guy he was from England.
Okay. He set up his own?
He set up his own. He paid for the whole thing.
Okay.
He paid for photographers, and he paid for the girls, and he paid for a castle in Jamaica to bring all these people to. And it was this guy who filmed this whole thing was there to document the entire experience. And while he was filming this, this guy is loaded. He had the money to do all this. Well, while he's filming this, he realized this man is going through a manic episode. Like, this is the weirdest freaking thing. And then it turned into a documentary about how this guy is a multi-millionaire with bipolar disorder who has been struggling with this for like the past few years and going on these like lavish trips thinking he's like, it was so crazy. It was one of the weirdest documentaries I've ever watched. It was really cool.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think that's what Alex Becker's got going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say one way or the other. I mean, I think your hypothesis certainly makes sense. It's valid. I think he's a good entertainer. I think he makes fun content. A very interesting character. I think he's a very, very colorful character. Interesting, colorful character to have in the space. And he obviously his mind moves a mile a minute. I think he's really good at what he does. He's become very successful through his investments. How much of that he shares to his audience, from what I've been able to, I think he gives people slivers of it, right? But I don't think he's laying it all out. I think a part of what he does, I think, is by the time he's already solidified investments, then he's telling everyone about it, so he can obviously get his bags filled pretty good from there. But I also have seen him, in his defense, I also have seen him tell people about projects that went on to be successful at their ground level. So he kind of does a mix of both, from my opinion. But I don't know. I think he's a fun guy to have in the space. So wow, between Alex Becker and Mr. Whale becoming Dogeman, this is, the tides are turning, folks. The tides are turning, folks. People that you would never expect are coming around to dog money, and obviously that's a good sign. Doodle Doo says good night. All right, we'll see you later. See you next time. Josh has been watching Alex since his channel started. Oh yeah. Wow. Bitcoin is pumping. Why don't we check out Bitcoin and see what it's doing right now? Doge is just...
It's not pumping.
Oh, okay. When people say pump, that can mean a lot of different things,
0.73%.
Okay. I was thinking, I was expecting to see like 3 or 4%. I'm like, okay. So
that's what I consider a pump.
Yeah, me too. So, here we are sitting right below 25 cents. We are essentially established a new floor, modestly above the last one. And that's fine. These, just as long as a new floor has been established, that means the last pump was a success. Whether that's, a penny or, 5 cents or 7 cents. But the fact that we've come down and established a slightly better floor than pre-pump is a good sign. It's a bullish sign. Now, going into tonight, Nick, are you still contending that tomorrow is probably a very bullish day for the market?
Let me take a look on the, because I actually today I've been kind of all over the place today. I was wrenching on my car this morning, and didn't get a lot of market time. Let me take a look at the charts. So, on the hourly, it looks like it might be starting to do something. It's big. Dogecoin is still inside a golden cross on the hourly.
Yeah.
MACD curving red. I mean, it's curving red, but the red is starting to die down, and it looks like the value. It looks like there's going to be a cross here pretty soon on the MACD. It'll flip into green. Now, will that stay above the zero line? It looks like it's going to. It's probably going to be. It'll probably be tomorrow morning before we find out for sure.
Right.
Or just like yesterday, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, before we know. But I do think tomorrow is going to be a good day. I think just this week in general is looking to be a good week, for everything for the most part. But like I said, I really need to solidify that Dogecoin is where a good position for me is to break that 27 cent level. It really has to do that. Obviously, there's floors that we need to clear above 27 cents. 32 is an area of resistance, and then of course, 35 is a strong area of resistance. If we can, kind of break those levels in a tertiary kind of fashion where you're hitting one then the other and the other, that would be idyllic.
Right.
I'm not sure I don't think Bitcoin is done doing what it wants to do yet. Meaning, I think Bitcoin has many all-time highs left to set within the next few months or 2 months. So I'll see how that plays out. we could have the next 2 months be favorable just to Bitcoin. I mean, we might see partial growth within the alt market, but I think there could be a 2 or 3 month period where it's just kind of Bitcoin leading the way. That could flip at the beginning of the year. You know?
Wow.
I like your candelabra there that you just moved in. Got Lumineer over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to give add some aesthetics to the Halloween season.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to add a little bit of goth vibes to the season here. I think your assessment is a very astute one. I think it's a very high likelihood probability that the entire market's going to continue to be very bullish throughout the rest of the weekend into the weekend. And I think overall, from everything that I've been seeing through our own technical analysis, Nick, and a lot of others that we respect, is showing things overall to be pretty bullish over the next, couple months, possibly even 3 or 4 months. What do you say?
Yeah, I would agree, and I think, like I said, I think that, this is just me personally, I think Bitcoin is going to lead the way, and I think we'll see that until Bitcoin hits a significant level of, I think people are waiting, people are anticipating this $100,000 Bitcoin. It could happen sooner than you think, and with that being said, the rejection off of 100,000 could be swift. It could come down hard. It could come down really hard off 100K, or it could kind of float there for a little bit and gradually move down. But either way, there is going to have to be, if we want to see significant movement within the altcoin market, the dominance is going to have to flip into an altcoin season. Altcoin season is going to have to, eventually come upon us. And the gains that are made through Bitcoin are going to have to move into the alts to see significant growth. Now, with the best part and the reason why I love dog money is because you don't necessarily need any of those factors to align, as we saw last night. It doesn't matter. There is no rhyme or reason. I've always said this, that buying dog money is like buying a ticket to like an old school WWF wrestling match. You have no idea. It's not like, there's like things that can, you can kind of understand where ETH is going at any given moment. You can kind of understand where Bitcoin is going at any given moment. Dog money, you have no idea. I mean, it could melt your face at the snap of a finger. We've seen it more than once. And that's what I love about it, and that's why I hold so much. People are always asking me, like, you could have sold all your Dogecoin at 70-something cents. And it's like, yeah, I could have, but I would be remiss if I was to say that I wouldn't be excited and hopeful for the future of, what is possible and what's out there. I've got enough money to live for several years. I mean, I made 4 times my salary this year, which was what I normally make in a year. In 1 year, so I've got tons of cash. I'm not strapped for cash. So I'm just enjoying the ride on a daily basis, and this morning was one of those times.
Yeah. Well put, well stated. Guys, if you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. My co-host above is Dogecoin millionaire Nick Ballz. The reason why we call him that is because he took out a loan from the bank for 15, put 10K of it into Dogecoin back in 2014. Let it sit, let it ride, and today he is essentially a retired Dogecoin millionaire at the age of, 33, Nick?
I'm 33. And people, I want to say this too, because a lot of people get it twisted on Twitter. And
imagine that, yeah. Twisted on Twitter. You don't say. People
want to think, I think it probably has something to do with the fact that I look, and I mean, I am young, right? I'm 33. I look young too. I look to, probably not 33. But people always want to educate me on how crypto this and how to spend that and why you shouldn't be selling right now, but you should be, instead you should buy that. Listen, I've been doing this since 2012. Doge money was not the first coin that I bought. I bought Bitcoin in 2012. I still have most of it. So I know what I'm, I know what I'm doing and I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing so far has worked.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So it's worked so far, and now I've got enough that I just, move a bit around here and there, play my cards right, and I see myself being, I had this vision at a very early age when I was probably in high school, when I was starting to, learn about business, that I went to school for art in college. I went to, I basically worked in the business world after that for several years. And, I always thought that my job, what I was really good at, was just pushing money around. Sounds weird, right? How do you get a job pushing money around? Like at a bank? That doesn't make sense. I found my calling. My calling in life is literally just pushing money from place to place. And I've found that now if I can do that over a significant period of time with help from financial institutions, major banks, loans, stuff like that, that's my job. My job in life is to just push money around. It's a great job because you don't have to do it that often.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, and that's a fun way of describing it. I mean, you're essentially right. I mean, and what a place to be, and what a testimony to how money really gets made, right? I mean, a lot of it is patience. A lot of it is just patience, you guys. And most of the people that are in Dogecoin now have entered it with less than a year's time, less than a year ago. So it's always interesting to see how many people are eager or impatient, saying it's not going to go anywhere. They've been investors for maybe 6 months tops. When, here we have a guy like you that's waited it out, for 8+ years for things to pop off the way that they have. And I think that's a really good strategy. This is something.
One bad investment.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
What?
I'll tell you. And I even added to the position this year like an idiot. The one bad investment I made this entire time. Litecoin. Because Bitcoin came out, right? And
right.
I bought a few Bitcoin. I bought what I could at the time, and I was like, man, this thing's expensive, boy. It was like $600-700. I was like, man.
Yeah.
These Bitcoins aren't cheap. Well, then Litecoin came out right after.
Right.
I was like, wow, a second opportunity. I'm gonna take it. Litecoin has done nothing for me. I've made basically no money on Litecoin this entire time. What I should have done is I should have taken the money that I used to buy Litecoin, purchased ASIC miners back in the day, and program them to mine Dogecoin via Litecoin, or mine Litecoin to buy Dogecoin for all of those years. That's one of my biggest regrets. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's funny about Litecoin. Credo says, I made my first Doge buy anniversary in September. I should have put all my Amazon stocks that day, but I still love Doge through and through. Let's go to the moon. Yeah, that's the idea. Basically what I'm essentially saying, the general overall advice that I give and advise, and I think Nick would agree here, is very unlike what most crypto channels will tell you to do. It's my thinking that unless you are a super savvy, well-trained, seasoned day trader, swing trader, I think it's best to not deal with shorting or swing trading in crypto at all, and instead pick out projects that you truly believe in with that you think have great long-term utility, long-term potential, long-term appeal, and there are a number of factors you can look into to to decide what those projects are. And then once you invest in those projects, just let it ride. And what I mean by letting it ride is let it ride for years, guys. If you're looking for life-changing gains, if you're looking for wife-changing gains, that's what you got to do most of the time. Now, can people get lucky, risk it for the biscuit on a token or whatever, come into a lot of money, or hit the right NFT? Yeah, absolutely. Particularly the NFT market, we're seeing, I'd say, a higher probability of that sort of thing happening than in the token market right now. If you want to do that, that's great. I'm not, as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. But overall, I think the most sage investment strategy for the majority of your portfolio is what I aforementioned. Your thoughts, Nick?
Well, yes. I mean, even if you look at the NFT market, right? The best performing NFTs, minus like Beeple, who, and even him, you can point to, he's been doing it for over a year now.
Yeah.
The best performing NFTs are CryptoPunks, which has been around for years, and Bored Apes.
Yep.
Which has also been around for years. So like the people who got into those projects early, they've made the most money in the NFT space, and
right.
They've been holding those projects for years. So even with NFTs, like the best performing NFTs have been the ones that have been around the longest. Of course, there's money to be made in the NFT and the token world with brand new projects, but there's also as great, if not greater, of an opportunity to lose money. So
yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful unless you know exactly, like Steven said, unless you know exactly what you're doing. It's a dangerous game to play. If you've got the money, listen, it's just like going to the casino. If you got the money to go to the casino and you want to be a big baller, and you go to the high limits room. Did I ever tell you about when I used to think I was a big high limits blackjack player, and I lost a motorcycle?
Please indulge us, sir. Please indulge us, hotshot.
When Bitcoin first took off, it was right around when I bought Dogecoin. It was I had purchased my Bitcoin in 2012. I bought Dogecoin in the beginning of 2014. It must have been like 2015. I sold some Bitcoin at the time to open a business with my friends, which actually ended up becoming very successful. And then I also bought a motorcycle. And I taught myself how to ride a motorcycle. And I almost died on the motorcycle, so I was like, I'm going to get rid of this thing.
Good idea. Yes.
Yeah, great idea. So I sold it, and I took all the money, and at the time, I don't know why, I was going by myself into, if anybody's familiar with Gary, Indiana.
Yes.
I was driving like 2 hours to Gary, Indiana, and going to this casino on the lake. And I'd go every weekend. And I would at first I started just messing around. I was just playing slots, and I don't know why. I just had a bunch of extra money. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I can play high limits blackjack for $100 a hand. And I can play 3 hands at a time. And I did that one night. I was up like 12 grand. And then I just went on the biggest losing streak of all time.
Nick,
it literally I won and lost $12,000 in the span of like 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I'll never forget the dealer's like, all done. And I was like, I'm out of here. And I've never been to I have not gone into a casino since that day.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you can get burned at the casino. You can lose a motorcycle. And crypto's no different. So just be careful out there, people.
No, thank you for sharing that. There's a great lesson to be learned there, because it reminds me of, because I play around with the SIHT coins with a very small part of my portfolio, but I enjoy doing it. I'm cool with the money I'm losing. The money I do lose with it, but I have figured it out enough where I win more than I lose with them. And I'll tell you the main reason why, hearing you tell that story reminded me the main reason why I usually come out on top versus conversely with the super high risk, high reward kind of token crap is because I quit while I'm ahead. I don't get too greedy, and when I see some gains, I just take it and I pull out. I pull out. Now, sometimes am I robbing myself of further gains? Yeah, inevitably, sometimes. But most of the time, by doing that strategy also, I am ensuring that I'm coming out more on top than conversely. That's where it's most people that play around in those markets, you know, that's exactly what happens to them. They're like, yeah, $300 is $300 extra bucks is cool, but if this thing 1,000x's, you know, it could change my whole year. But yeah, it could, but you know, you could take a nap and wake up and all your money's gone. So you want to just be thankful that you got $300 extra out of this stupid weird coin and just call it a day. Put that towards living expenses, or even, you know, if you don't need those living expenses, better yet, put it towards, you know, Dogecoin, put it towards Ethereum or something. And that's what I do.
To be honest with you, I don't even know how the token world works. I'm oblivious to it. I don't know how. Like, okay, so tons of people have sent me. I have like a MetaMask or a Trust Wallet. I think I have both of those things, and people have sent me tokens, but I don't know how to sell them. I used to have BNB, so in theory, I could have at the time, but I no longer hold any BNB, and I don't have any ETH. And to my understanding, you need both of those things if you want to be able to buy and sell these tokens.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. I wouldn't, even if I did have those things to do that, I don't know where I would send it to. I don't know. It's not like an exchange, right? It's not like Kraken or Binance or like it's like some weird like off-brand. I don't even know. I don't know where you would go. Where do people buy tokens? I have no clue.
Essentially, what you do. By the way, guys, it hasn't gone past me that Dogecoin is doing well right now. Got some green candles up on the line. Nice little breakout here, comfortably above 25 cents. Looking really good. We are just know that you are looking at just a 5-minute chart there. Let me zoom it back on a 15-minute here. So this was the apex of what I was covering with a special live stream early this morning around 5 a.m. when we got all the way up to 27.25 at the apex of that big pump. Now it looks like we settled down here and that we are pumping again. Let's zoom in here. This is the 15-minute chart up now, and we've got 4 green candles in a row, but now we are getting a lot of sells dumping right now, so expect a little retracement to come in shortly. But yeah, this is the most action we've had since we've been on the air tonight anyway, and who knows where it'll take us, but we will continue to keep you guys abreast. Why is Doge not 35 cents? Ridiculous short, says Cloud Chamber. You know, that's a fair question. So, you know, Nick, there's a good lion's share of holdings within Doge that have been accumulated by some very big whales that probably keep
10 million just got bought up the other day.
Yeah,
like 5 billion and 5 billion.
Yes, true. 5 billion Dogecoins. So in light of that, to people like the frustrated person in chat, because this is something that I see quite a bit, is Dogecoin doomed forever in the 20-something cents due to these sort of whales?
Sorry, you cut off at the end there.
Oh, so is Dogecoin doomed forever due to within the 20-somethings range due to such kind of whales?
No, certainly not.
And could you, because this is an inquiry and this is a sentiment I get a lot, so would you mind explaining to the audience why not?
Well, it's proved in the past that isn't the case.
Yeah.
I mean, it has proved itself that it can exist in a 35-cent level. It's proved itself that it can exist within a 40-cent level. It's proved itself that it can exist above a 50-cent level, and hold. So, yeah, I mean, Dogecoin is a coin in the top 10 that is at the current standing. It is ripe for big money manipulation. It still takes big money, by the way, to be able to manipulate Dogecoin. Don't think like the average Joe out there can, like one person can figure it out on perpetuals and trade on leverage and blast Dogecoin off or take it down or whatever.
Wait a minute, Nick. Are you saying that I, as suggested by some hefty internet trolls, are you saying that I just by myself, I don't have the power to have monumental dives in the value of Dogecoin?
Correct. I'm saying
wow.
That live Steven Steele from an apartment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin cannot effectively move or shift the price of Dogecoin one way or the other. It would take it. I think people fail to realize it's a multi-billion-dollar cap. I mean, we're talking about, what is it? I haven't looked at it in several hours. $33 billion market, right?
Mm-hmm.
It take for there's companies on the stock market that aren't worth that much, that you can. It's really hard to move. Like you need hedge funds money. You need hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to move them a percentage. They're just looking for a percentage, you know? So to move Dogecoin 5-10%, you're talking about billions of dollars. That's not a person.
Yeah.
That's not one guy.
Yeah.
And even with derivatives and perpetual stuff and leverage and all that nonsense, you're still only accounting for a small fraction of the actual market. The actual market is a living, breathing thing. It is affected, and yes, there are a lot of factors that have a lot to do with price suppression, daily movement, all these kind of things. But this is a $33 billion market as it stands currently, and that's at a quarter. We've been as high as 73 cents before.
Yes.
Nearing $1, we're talking about $130 billion market. So I know that people can get discouraged when Dogecoin sits at various price levels and whatnot, but you just have to take it all in with a stride, especially if you've been here. Like most of these people who are posting these ridiculous claims on Twitter, they call themselves, I'm not going to say, but they call them, they spew that they've been in Dogecoin for quite some time, yet their profile was made this year.
Right.
If you've only been in Dogecoin for a year, I don't understand where your qualifications come from to and by the way, if you've been in Dogecoin as long as I have, there was a 7-year period of very little action to make any type of claim about one way or the other. Almost nothing with Dogecoin happened. There was, okay, you could say in 2017 it went up to a penny, but other than that, there's been very little movement in the market thus far. So it's really tough to judge.
Wow, look at that
Dogecoin.
candle. Look at that candle go up, Nick. Chris W.
I'm moving it over to 5.
Yeah, me too. Chris W. coming in with a $20 super chat. Biggest super chat of the night. Thank you for that, Chris. Appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping the lights on over here. Hugely appreciated for that, man. I'm so glad there's no more BitConnect. I gave them some of my Bitcoin. Wow. But luckily got a few million Doge and holding. You guys are helping us make some good crypto money. Thanks. You're very welcome, Chris. And there is a BitConnect survivor. I would just like to say, what's a BitConnect? Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man. And thank you for the support. Look at the size of this green candle. It is out of control. We are surging. We are moving. Dogecoin is on the move, guys. Wow. We are at 25, almost 25 and a half. And that is, it keeps going, Nick. It keeps going.
My
So
wife, she don't believe me. No.
My wife, she don't believe me. No. She said, Carlos, it's too good to be true. And you should have listened to your wife, Carlos.
Yeah. Well, we ended up getting divorced.
Yeah, we ended up getting divorced. You don't say, Carlos. Yeah, there was a follow-up interview with Carlos.
I saw it. That's where I got that from.
Oh, yeah. I forget the content creator's name, but H3, I think it's H3 or something like that. Anyway, guys, we are, we're moving. I'd guess we're going to hit a little retracement right now before it accumulates and ramps up again. But yeah, this is the most.
I don't know. I'm looking at the MACD I'm on the 5 right now.
Okay, what are you seeing on the 5?
The MACD is like ski sloped, so I'm sure there's going to be some little dips and stuff, but it's looking. Dude, Dogecoin right now wants to go over 27 cents. I'm telling you, like this is. You know what? I'm just interested. I'm gonna take a look. I've been doing this periodically throughout the past couple of weeks. Okay, good. Earlier this morning, we were kind of trading parallel with Shiba Inu, which I don't like.
Yeah,
but we're not right now. So it's all good.
Celeste says, when Steele is live, we always pump. Coincidence? I think not. That is the Steele effect. Yes, indeed, Celeste. Esteban says, when Steele is live, I wish I had an amazing beard like his. Thank you, Esteban.
I can't grow facial hair.
You can't?
Nope. I get it right here. Like Johnny, like when I grow facial hair, I look like homeless Johnny Depp. Looks terrible.
Isn't that Johnny Depp does look homeless? He always has that like Hollywood hipster homeless look. Right?
I can't remember which comedian it was. There's this one comedian has this joke, and he's like, you know, it's got to be infuriating. It's like when Johnny Depp's getting ready to go out. It's like, exactly how many scarves should I wear today? Exactly how many rings do I like? He's just covered in accessories. And
Yeah.
I used to hang out with a buddy of mine was Bam Margera's manager for many years.
Yeah.
And they were constantly coming to our the bar that he owned here. And Bam Margera had a very similar aesthetic to Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And like he always had like
a bunch of accessories.
So many accessories, and he always like reeked like wine, and he was always like covered in paint for some reason. Like yeah, I just imagine Johnny Depp's life is very, very similar.
Yeah. I've always liked Johnny Depp. I mean, he's obviously, when he was younger, he was kind of the quintessential pretty boy, but he was never one of those pretty boys that really rubbed me the wrong way, I always found him be quite likable and actually a good actor on top of it.
I've been watching this show over the past few days called like The Last 24 Hours. And it details like the last day of fame, like Janis Joplin. But the one that I just watched was River Phoenix, and they were talking about the Viper room or whatever it's called, and how Johnny Depp was playing there with Flea and all these people.
Oh yeah, the Viper room was the place to go. That's where River Phoenix. Remember River Phoenix?
Yep,
that's where he used to go before he died.
That's what I was watching. I watched River Phoenix's death.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I actually like River Phoenix. He's one of those other like young 80s kind of pretty boy actors, but also very likable, like a decent actor.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I got the vibe. Like I got the vibe that if River Phoenix was alive today, him and Johnny Depp would be Probably best friends. Yeah.
Probably. It'd be like a kind of a Rat Pack kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool, man. River Phoenix died so young, but he was a good actor, man. I found him to be very likable. What is your favorite Johnny Depp film?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll say this. My favorite Johnny Depp film is not his best film. However, it points to a moment in his life when his entire psyche changed. And that movie is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Because after Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he spent about a year living with Hunter Thompson before the movie. And after...
A whole year?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that long. I knew he spent time with him, but oh my goodness.
Oh, they became like best friends.
Oh my God.
And before, there was Johnny Depp before him meeting Hunter Thompson, and there was Johnny Depp after meeting Hunter Thompson. And these are two completely different people. The Johnny Depp that was before Hunter Thompson was like kind of a regular dude.
Yeah.
Hunter Thompson has had this strange ability to almost transfer his consciousness into Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp thusly became Hunter Thompson after Hunter Thompson passed away. And Johnny Depp kind of took up the helm of what Hunter Thompson was doing. And so, although Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas might not be Johnny Depp's best performance of all time, I really do truly think that was a high watermark in his life. And forever after that movie, he was never the same again. He was a complete... Look at... Okay, Johnny Depp's highest grossing films, right? Pirates of the Caribbean. Compare Pirates of the Caribbean to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's the same character. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean is Hunter Thompson with dreadlocks. It's like in an accent, a vague accent. Like that's all that. It's no different. And every character after that is basically the same. It's just him. It's Hunter Thompson as it's Johnny Depp as Hunter Thompson with makeup or some sort of costume.
Oh, that's a funny observation. I guess when I've always watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies with this character, I always think of Keith Richards, like his swagger, and I don't know, it just reminds me of the guitarist of Rolling Stones. But yeah, I could see that.
Incredible, he's still alive.
Now, yeah. Now, how much of his change, though, do you think is just due to the drugs that he probably did well with Hunter Thompson?
Well, that was the whole thing. So Hunter Thompson was famously known. And here's the thing. I mean, Hunter Thompson was known for doing large amounts of drugs every day until the day he died. He would drink bottles and bottles of booze and do tons of blow every day. It wasn't even like that was just his normal life.
Right.
And it didn't, like his body was, by the time for those who don't know, Hunter Thompson deleted himself because his body was just completely shutting down from doing that every day for 40 years.
Right.
Essentially. And I think that Johnny Depp followed the same path. Yeah, and he played. Correct, Josh. Johnny Depp played a younger Hunter S. Thompson in the Rum Diaries, which is coincidentally where he met that banshee of a woman, Amber Heard.
Oh, Amber Turd, as we call her now. because in the court case filings, it is revealed that Amber Heard, in an act of vengeance against her then strained lover, took a dookie in his bed.
Yeah, and she also hooked up with Elon Musk and James Franco.
Oh man, what a track record there. I mean, honestly, if I was talking to a woman out in a bar or something and she briefly dated Elon Musk and James Franco and Johnny Depp, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. There's
not enough penicillin in the world.
There's not enough red flags to fit in this screen right here, my friend. But my favorite Johnny Depp movies would be the movie most people don't know about called The Ninth Gate, where
I want to see that so bad.
So well done. So well done. It's kind of like he finds himself in this kind of on the run while investigating this underground secret society occult kind of thing. And the cinematography and where it's filmed, it's in these kind of like remote rural castles. And it's just a vibe, man. It's a vibe.
I'm looking at pictures from this movie right now. Johnny Depp in The Ninth Gate is exactly how I looked circa like 2010. I had that goatee, I had that mustache, I had those glasses in my hair.
You had those glasses?
Yes.
You had the glasses and hair?
Oh, yeah. His hair is kind of gray on the side. I mean, I didn't have gray hair at the time, but
yeah,
I had very long hair like that, and I had that goatee and those glasses. I could be a Johnny Depp impersonator if I really like threw this out.
That I would like to see. That I would like to see. I remember in high school, it was the 90s when I was in high school, and my hair was right, and I had Johnny Depp hair too. Came right down to about my chin line right there.
Yeah, that was the thing back then, man.
Yeah, and the mousse was loose though. I used mousse in my hair.
Oh, see, I had to straighten mine with the straightener.
Oh my gosh.
My hair is not naturally straight at all.
It's not?
No way.
It's like, what, tight curl?
I'm part black, bro.
I keep forgetting that. Sorry.
Yeah. I've got very, very wavy hair if I let it grow out.
That is funny, man. Now I do want to see it grow out. Ninth Gate. Of course, I like Edward Scissorhands a lot. I thought that was pretty epic, and I pretty much like anything that Danny Elfman soundtracked. I think he was just he's incredibly gifted. My God, between the combination between Tim Burton as a director and Danny Elfman as a composer is just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. It's amazing. So crew part black, bro, says Slay Blaze. Yeah, it's true. Nick Ballz is part black. And you didn't know that until you took a test, right? Yeah,
I didn't. So I didn't know my biological father growing up. And chances are he actually passed away back in 2013.
Yeah.
I want to say. There's a great chance that he died not knowing that he was black either. So, but if you look at pictures, my uncle, who has also since passed away, used to, when he knew my biological dad, he used to call him the Swamp Thing, because my dad was massive. He was a huge dude. He was like 6'3", and like shoulders out to here. He was just a giant dude, and he didn't go to the gym. Like my mom used to tell me stories. He would be in the back. Like we had I grew up in a trailer.
Yeah.
In Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
And he'd be in the back like lifting railroad ties. Like giant like wooden railroad ties. He'd just push them up and down. But all these pictures I've seen of him from like the 80s, he had and it wasn't like, I mean, he didn't get it done like this. He had like a perm. You know, his hair was like that. It was just naturally that curly.
You're not like half black.
I am 15% black.
15. Okay, so when you found out through the 23andMe or something?
Yeah, 23andMe.
Okay, that you were. What would it feel like to find out of nowhere that you were 15% black?
Hilarious, because my girlfriend and I made a bet on it. Because the whole point of doing the 23andMe is from the day that we met, the day that we first started dating, she always would claim, "I'm Italian. I'm an Italian bitch. I'm Sicilian. Don't mess with me." I'm like, I can look at you and tell you right here, right now, you are not Sicilian. You don't look Sicilianish. She's blonde.
Yeah.
It's like, she does not look a bit Sicilian at all. I'm like, babe, you are not Sicilian.
So is she more?
Like, all right.
Did it turn out that she was more Scandinavian?
She's German.
There you
She's
go.
like almost certainly German. She's like
Yeah.
mostly German.
There you go.
And she's like, she's like,
So
I forgot what the bet was, but
how'd
like,
that- that's so funny. So
basically, we were joking around. We were just joking around because I don't know, because I'm athletic or whatever. And she was just like, "I bet you're black." I'm like, "I'm not black." Like I would know. And turns out, she's not Italian, and I am black. It was the craziest thing. It was so freaking crazy. And this was, I mean, my father had already passed away.
Yeah.
Years ago, but it was just so weird. Dude. It was so freaking weird to find that out. You know, very strange.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it would take me a little bit to wrap my head around it if I suddenly found out. But I think you could tell that I'm probably not.
I'm a little darker than.
Yeah.
I've never worn sunscreen. If that means anything.
Yeah. See, I'm very European. I'm only three things actually. I'm Dutch and I'm English predominantly, and then I'm a bit German. So there you go. I was in the metal scene and had braided hair like that dude in Korn. Alan said, "Oh man, that was like
that's awesome."
Yeah, late '90s, early 2000s. Looks like we're gearing up again, ramping up again here, guys.
It's moving.
Yeah, we're looks like we're gonna probably keep ascending here. There we go, another candle, green candle lit, and on the move. Wow, is that green candle bumping up? Here we are, 25.5. This is where the most resistance that we've seen previously, guys, since we've been on here. So hopefully we can continue on through where we are right now without much resistance this time, since we've getting a shot to retest at it, but we'll see how it goes. But either way, this is a really good sign. Who knows, Nick, this could be the beginning of that extension on a stronger bull run that we have been alluding to and talking about. It might start late tonight and into tomorrow. What do you say?
I think it's starting right now, buddy.
Yep.
I mean, this is, you know, what are we? I'll take a look at the percentages right now, but from where we are right now, we're only 7.3% off of highs of last night. So
yeah,
it's gearing up, man. It is gearing up, and the whole market looks great right now. Honestly, everything's looking great.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's moving. ETH is really moving too. ETH is kind of moving right along with us.
Yeah,
BNB is back to, you know, almost 500. Everything's looking great.
Yeah, everything's looking really strong. I can't help but think that we're moving into I told you so territory, but we are, right? You know what's funny is Dogecoin started breaking out. The market rather started breaking out, not Dogecoin. Because remember when I said I was saying for the last 6 weeks, I said don't look for any major bull run action until mid-October. It's not going to be happening in the beginning of October. It's going to start happening in mid-October. And sure enough, October 15th is when the big Bitcoin breakout really started taking flight. Exactly on the 15th. Jerry got that fire green coming in with $2. Thank you, Jerry. Nick, you look half black, half asleep. LOL.
I'll tell you. So I went to the gym today.
Yeah.
And my buddy, the owner of the gym, he was at the front desk, which he very rarely is. And I walked in, and he's like, "Did you just wake up from a nap or something?" He's like, "You look tired as hell." I was like, "No, but you know what? I didn't take a nap today because I was working on my car for the better half of the morning, so I didn't get to take a nap today. So I was a little far behind. So I am pretty out of it / tired. I normally get a good hour and a half nap. In during the middle of the day, and I didn't get that today. So
I understand.
I probably do look tired.
I couldn't tell honestly, but yeah, I don't know. You always look, I don't know. You always look just super fit to me. I can't tell. Yeah. Redcon 1, my go-to, says MPC. So I take it that's a video game because I'm not a gamer at all.
No, it's a supplement company, and here. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Supplements, games.
I use all their. Oh, I just got a great supplement. Hold on, I got to plug this real quick.
Okay.
So, I listen to a podcast every week. For those who I've been listening to it for, I don't know, maybe years, 7 years, maybe more.
Okay.
It's called PKA. And they came out with their own supplement by the guy who does Gorilla Mode. He has a channel on YouTube too. It's called More Plates, More Dates. You're probably, if you're familiar with like health and fitness stuff in the channel, you probably heard of him. His name's Derek. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they came out with their own product called Lock and Load. And I bought 3 bottles of this stuff. Steven, do you have any idea what this does?
No, I don't.
Can you tell by the bottle? Are you getting any vibes? It's called Lock and Load.
Wait, let me see here. I was sorry.
No, it's reversed because of the camera. But
oh.
You know what this is for?
I think so.
It's a volume enhancer.
Yeah. And how's that going?
It is going surprisingly well.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't think those are really like real.
Oh yeah. It's real. It's real, buddy.
Oh my god.
I got it just to surprise my girlfriend. And it is shocking.
It works?
You got to take it's 9 pills a day.
That's a lot.
Well, I already take 100 pills a day, so it ain't nothing for me.
Okay.
But you can. This whole thing is all supplements back here.
Wow.
Supplement mountain. So I take, and during prep, I take almost 200 pills a day. So it's nothing for me to add this in. But this is great because you know what? It's stuff that I was taking. Some of it I was taking already, but they kind of put it in together to a perfect formula to just get your it really does. It increases your volume like crazy.
Dude, you should talk with Alex Jones about this.
Oh, this is right up Alex Jones's alley.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there is stuff in this that increases. I mean, like, what do they call it? It's stuff that increases testosterone too, naturally.
I'd imagine.
Yeah. Not that I need that, but
yeah.
But there's just a massive amount of zinc in here.
Yep. I figured zinc had to have been one of the hallmarks in there to be locked and loaded. Yes.
Yeah, there's a massive amount of. I used to eat. Can't remember the name of those nuts, but there's a nut that contains selenium, which is the primary, like one of the primary things in here is selenium. And I used to eat these. I can't remember I think they're Brazil nuts. That's right.
Brazil nuts. Yes.
Yeah, so I used to eat like handfuls of Brazil nuts.
I love Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are very tasty. Golden Greaser coming in with a $5 super sticker with some Haya Karate Shiba Inu. Thank you for that, Golden Greaser. Thanks for helping keep the lights on over here at Steven Steele HQ. We were just talking about Nick being locked and loaded with a lot of zinc and selenium. He takes 9 of these suckers a day, yeah?
Yeah, and they're not, here I'll show you, they're not small. Yeah. I mean, they're average, your average size, but yeah, that's about a day right there. And that's only, this has now become just a part of my regimen. Like I said, with this, I probably take about 100 pills a day. Wow, incredible. Well, I might have to put a feather in my cap. I'm just kind of curious now about the locked and loaded. I'm just kind of curious now. I'm like, but it's fun. Yeah, I'm sure. I love the Brazil. I love Brazil nuts though. I didn't know that they're super high in selenium. That's the highest naturally occurring source of selenium is Brazil nuts.
Wow,
actually.
I had
You only
no
need
idea.
3 a day. Yeah.
I had no idea. I love Brazil nuts. Those are my favorite. They're
Are
like.
you familiar with Peter North?
What about Peter North?
I'm just asking you, are you familiar with him?
I know who he is. Yes.
Okay. Well, this is Peter North in a bottle that you can. It'll change your life. Do yourself a favor.
Okay.
Order a bottle. Take it for a week. Don't tell your girlfriend. And just watch the reactions. That's what I got it for.
Okay. I'll demo a bottle just because I just think it's funny, and
I got a discount code.
Okay. Well, wait. Are you sponsored by these guys now?
Yeah.
Are you really? I knew it. I knew it.
Discount code PKA.
Okay. I knew it. You son of a bitch. Well, that's so funny. So yeah, this is classic for sure. So we've got some retracement here going down about 25 cents up and down retracement. So we'll see if we find some more accumulation here before we can rise again. I think overall I could see things keep heading in this trajectory through the night into tomorrow morning. The whole market is pumping right now. This is not specific to Dogecoin anymore. And what we have seen is what I laid forth last night. Those of you who are listening, I said that Bitcoin and Ethereum were pumping on their own for a few days. And when Dogecoin is kind of dead in the water, that almost always means 9 out of 10 times that Dogecoin is going to start pumping within 48 to 72 hours after that. And then soon after that now, when the next time Bitcoin starts rising, now they seem to all work in tandem after they each kind of do their own thing. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So exciting to see this play out, but it's also exciting to see it play out predictably, right? And these are metrics that we have seen time and time again through the last year and a little bit beyond that we can kind of predict and count on. Now, I do think this is going to be bullish the entire market through the rest of the week into the weekend. So we could be ahead for some really exciting times. What do you say, Nick?
Yeah, I definitely think. I predict that Bitcoin will hit. I think Bitcoin will touch, if not surpass, its former all-time high this week or next. It looks to be on track to do that. If that's the case, the entire market's going to get a big bump. I like a lot of people in the chat are talking about pumpkins right now.
Okay.
I just want to mention I just bought my pumpkins for the year. I go to the same place. I've been going to the same place for pumpkins every year. And I will post it on Twitter as soon as I do it. But this year, because I always carve my pumpkin, I'm making the Dogecoin D in my pumpkin this year. So just so everybody's ready for that.
Oh, you're carving a Dogecoin pumpkin?
I am.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know how deep. I mean, I'm thinking in my mind right now how to do it because the D has the thing in the middle. That's kind of like hard to do. So
right.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. I might put toothpicks in there to like hold it up in the middle. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it will be the Dogecoin D. I want to do the D on my pumpkin.
Okay, you do the D on your pumpkin. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele. Above me is Nick Ballz, my co-host, and we are just covering some action going on in the market right now. We're hanging out comfortably over 25 cents with Dogecoin as we watch the rest of the market pump, and I think this will likely continue through the rest of the week. We will keep covering this, keep you abreast on all things Doge-centric and beyond. If you're brand new here, first time watching, I want you to press 1 in the chat. It's your first time watching, I want you to press 1 in the chat. Vincent says Pump that D. I mean, you're really giving them a lot of ammo tonight, Nick.
I know. I had to make it a big show.
You're really.
You know what I saw the other day? Somebody linked me. Okay. Somebody linked me this, and I don't think I'm going to do it, but I want to get everybody's opinion here. There is a Tiger King token contest going on right now up until the 1st of next month for the best Tiger King costume. Do you think that I should enter? The first prize is $1,000 worth of T-King.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't really want it.
Yeah.
But I do love costume contests, and I'm gonna just have.
Weren't you? Yeah, weren't you already going as the Tiger King?
I am. So, do you think I should enter this?
Yeah, why not? You're already going as it. I mean, who cares?
Okay, I'm gonna do it then.
Why not?
It's on Twitter, I think. Somebody sent it to me, and they're like, "Hey, if you're gonna be Tiger, or if you're gonna be Joe Exotic, you might as well." And I've got I have everything. I've got the costume to the T.
Well, listen, Dogecoin millionaire. In the event that you win this T-King, just slide it on over to my wallet. If you don't want it, I'll take it off your hands.
I don't even know how. How do I get it?
I'll help you out with it. It would be sent to your trust or your MetaMask. Trucking all day. Go ahead.
Is it a BNB or a BSC token?
No, it's an ERC20.
ERC. Oh, okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Now someone's gonna say, you know what's gonna happen now? Someone's gonna say, Steele and Nick Ballz were shilling Tiger King coin and endorsing it. Can you believe these total sellouts? Just watch the context be taken out. Truck It All Day coming in with $5 super chat. I hope Elon uses the billions of dollars in Tesla shares he needs to sell by year end to buy Dogecoin. So thank you, Truck It All Day. I appreciate it. And interesting super chat.
To sell?
I don't know. I don't know the legality surrounding it. I just don't know.
I don't either.
But yeah, interesting. Yeah, and there's also speculation that in the future that Elon will just like take over Dogecoin. I don't know if that'd be the worst thing in the world, honestly.
I mean, he already put his personal attorney on the
yeah,
board.
Yeah,
so.
In a sense, a step has already been taken. Donna, aka NetPro Family, coming in large and in charge with a $50 super chat. Thank you for keeping the lights on over here, Donna. Appreciate you so much for your generous super chat, putting pep in my step to keep on going tonight. And by the way, Nick, I know this is nearing around your bedtime, so I'd love to have you on, but don't feel obligated. Either way, it's cool.
10. Hot 10.
Okay, a hot 10 from Nick. I'm going to keep on going a little bit later tonight in light of what the market's doing and just kind of see where it goes. Happy birthday, Donna Tabuki, not Chi. Thank you for the clarification. Happy birthday, Donna Tabuki. Say my name. Just kidding. Hope you got some rest from this morning. I did. I crashed out hard until about 4 in the afternoon. Now, keep in mind, before you judge me, I was live on the air until about 7 a.m. So it's all about context.
Happy birthday, Donna.
Yeah. So
she used to talk to me.
Used to?
Well, I saw her, I think, on Twitter sometimes and in the chat occasionally. I haven't seen her in a while, actually.
She's been coming around just recently again. It's always great to have Don in the mix. She's been such a fantastic supporter of the program and the community. She's awesome.
Nice lady.
Yeah, definitely. Manny saying, I'd rather Elon take it because ETH code sucks and I'm not interested in that at all. What do you think of that biting criticism of Ethereum's code? I mean, it definitely, it definitely has its shortcomings, mostly being it's gas fees, right? Or it's always something everyone has to contend with and laments about.
It's not getting better.
Yeah, it's not getting better. However, we've got the Dogecoin Ethereum bridge incoming towards the beginning of the year. We've also got Ethereum 2.0 that is also going to be coming out around the same time. which is going to, I believe it's going to remedy a lot of the main shortcomings with Ethereum. So we'll see how that all plays out, but I'm pretty bullish on it. Whether you like Ethereum or not, it's not going anywhere. It has the connections. It's laid the groundwork over a long period of time. So I'm very bullish on Dogecoin, obviously, but I'm also bullish on long-term Ethereum because I do think that its shortcomings are going to get tightened up and sorted out in the relatively near future here. Another green candle coming up to maybe save us from diving below 25 cents again. And so this is hopefully where it's headed, because right now we're at about 25.10. We can do better than that. Vincent saying this is the most entertaining live stream I've been joining. I don't really feel led to go in that direction. I'll just say that. So here we are. Let's take a look at the charting. Another green candle trying to take off. Looks like the buy-sell orders are equal.
What are you on? What time interval? 5?
Yeah, right now I'm on a 5. Yep.
I got 3 reds in a row. I don't know.
I'm not seeing any reds on a 5. I'm seeing.
I'm on Binance, so maybe.
No, I'm on Binance too. Weird. Let me refresh my charting here. See what's going on. Maybe it needs a refresher. Okay, I needed a refresh. It got stuck. So apologize to the viewers. Yeah, I got 4 reds in a row now. Right, yeah, coming right back down. Thank you for giving me a heads up, because my charting just needed a refresher. So yeah, you and I are both looking at a 5-minute. I am seeing the 3 candle, 4-ish, looking like it might turn around. So right, hanging out just a little bit above 25 cents. We'll see where it takes us.
Are you ever going to make the jump to TradingView?
I don't know. Sure.
It's free.
Yeah, I mean, for live streaming charting?
It's the best charts.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody uses it for.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it. I'm open to it. It's fine. Does it have night view? Like, does it have a dark version?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's better than the dark version you have right now.
Okay, because I don't mess with anything. I don't mess with any application. I don't mess with any social media or any charting that doesn't have dark view on it.
I agree. I do. I'm the same exact way.
Oh my gosh, I would never even use Twitter without dark vision.
I don't. You see sometimes people will like screenshot their Twitters and put it up, and it doesn't have the dark mode on.
Yeah, dark mode.
It's so gross. Like, why? Oh. How do you live your life like that?
I would never. I will tell you, I would never log into Twitter if there wasn't dark mode. I would never log in.
It looks so gross.
Thank you guys for the kind words in the chat. Appreciate you guys, and thank you for support. Thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it.
It's cool though, because on TradingView, I could show you how to set up the fib levels on the daily, so that you can see, like, it's hard to know. Like, for example, obviously we're showing a little bit of retracement right now.
Yeah.
But, like, I put that magenta line on the 27.2 where we bounced off of. We've bounced off of that 27.2 twice now, so it's no surprise that we got this morning that we hit off of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I could get your TradingView set up so you could see exactly where we're going to go.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll sort it out off the air, but that sounds good. Yeah, right on. So it looks like a green candle's breaking out here, guys, yeah, so hopefully we can retest, turn it around, get up to 26 cents. What would be great is we just continue to bull run late into the night, me getting some more green tea in my blood to go the distance with you guys and hit 27 to heaven. So if you're brand new here, about 100 people in chat right now, I want to welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele. Above is Dogecoin Millionaire, Nick Ballz. We're happy to have you with us on this Market Watch hangout. If you are new, hit subscribe, hit all on that notification bell. Do a lot of live streaming here. We have a lot of great guests, including Dogecoin developers, members of the Dogecoin Foundation.
You got Ross coming on a couple days.
Got
right?
Ross Nickel coming on the 29th. The 29th. Don't miss that. And Nick's going to be on with us for that as well. So it's going to be a great show. And obviously, a lot of people are wondering. I mean, Ross is arguably the main man as far as the development goes. He's been working on Dogecoin since 2013, and it's one of these things where we obviously, a lot of people have a lot of questions right now, right? What does the future hold for Dogecoin? What does the future hold in regards to the Doge Ethereum bridge? What does that mean? What's that going to entail? When can we expect it to be applicable for use, right? Smart contracts. How do we position Dogecoin to get used more broadly in the NFT space? There's lots of questions I have. I'm sure lots of questions you guys have too. So bookmark that. Don't miss it. Ross Nickel. But make sure you get your caffeine in you. Actually, you probably won't be joining me that night, Nick, because it's a later one.
I was going to say, it's going to be at like midnight probably,
yep.
Right?
It starts at midnight. And the reason why I have to do late shows with Ross is because he's over in the United Kingdom, and the windows of time that work out best for him is in the morning for him. So Ross is 6-7 hours ahead of us there. So
I occasionally catch him streaming on YouTube at 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, our time.
Yeah, Ross. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll see him on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll be early-ish evening his time. Yep, which would make sense. So he'll have the top hat on. I'll have my English cap on. We're both English, but he is in the motherland. I'm over here across the pond. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Call me.
Say that name, please.
Stop! Don't make me say that name. I am going to. Okay, fine. I will try since you super chatted. But sir, I'm not. I'm American. I'm not going to get your name right. Chitur Gopalakrishnan. Chitur Gopalapa Krishnan Kashi Vishwanathan Liar. Don't ask me to say it twice. Thank you for your $2 super chat. Call me Pijit. Hebe, baby. I'm just going to call you Chitter. I know you're trolling me, but you've got to be trolling me. You've got to be trolling me.
I love it. I don't care. On that note, I'm going to get going. Thank you, Chitter.
It's a good time to exit. Nick, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll talk to you tomorrow, my friend.
We'll see you guys. Have a good show.
Sounds good. Dogecoin millionaire Nick Ballz, ladies and gentlemen. You can find him on Twitter at Nick, Ballz. Easy to find. Chris W. coming in with a $10 super chat. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think owning Doge X NFTs will be as good as holding Ethereum? Holding the Ethereum that bought them, I do. Good feeling towards the project. Will still be moving forward. Interesting question. Great question. Nothing's for certain, right? I wouldn't be responsible of me to say yes for sure that's the case, because on all honesty, I can't be 100% certain about anything. But what I can tell you is that it's my belief that there is a high probability for success with this project due to how hard the team works and due to how well thought out it is and how well it's set up for long-term growth and all the ideas that are coming down the pike in terms of the metaverse and everything else. So I would agree with you. That is my leaning, that it will be worth that and more. It is also one of these projects that has the sort of long-term growth, in my opinion, that could be over a long period of time, could have very life-changing returns. I definitely think it has that potential to it. We've already seen ultra rares out of the DogeX NFT collection sell anywhere between, on the low end, for about $15,000 in ETH to the high end about $37,000 in ETH, and that's been happening kind of regularly as far as the ultra rares go. And then the second class of rares that are a bit more common than that have been going anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 range in ETH and so on. So I think it's an exciting time. Let me take a pause for the cause. Let's take a look at what DogeX is doing. I know it's on the very end of its minting process here. Down to 242 right now, from 10,000 down to 242. Just nearing in now of 98% minted, so we're on the last leg here. You could expect DogeX to be completely minted out within the next couple days. So yeah, exciting times. And then I think that floor will really start to raise. See you later, Abstractus Artemis. Thin crust pizza. Now you got me putting pizza on my mind. I've got the thin crust cauliflower gluten-free pizza crust here. I've got all the makings. So now that you put that on my mind, that's probably what I'll have for a late dinner after I stream tonight, guys. Dogecoin hanging in there over 25 cents. Looking good, feeling good. We are getting down to it, boppers. Where are we headed the rest of the night? Let's take a look at a market rounder, what everything else is doing, and that will give us a bit more of an indicator. So Bitcoin right now is trading comfortably at over 62,700, headed towards 62,800 by the looks of it. Definitely could see 63,000 within the next 24 hours here. Over the last hour, it's up. No, over the last hour, it's trading exactly sideways. Not one way or the other, but there's definitely a slight increase over the day. Ethereum right now is up slightly over the last hour, just a little bit under a percentage point. Dogecoin is up 5% for the day, up about 1.5% over the last hour. I would say it would come out to a bit more than that if you calculated the last 2 hours. Nick's $10,000 loan from the bank. That's a great username. Coming in for $2. Thank you for that. Where did Nick go? Nick went to bed, my friends. Nick is a early to bed, early to rise kind of guy. I'm the crypto vampire. We are kind of on opposite schedules, Nick and I. I'm on the unconventional rockstar schedule to keep you late into the night. That's kind of the vibe of the show, you know? Nick, go night. Yes. So if you guys have any other questions for me, feel free to shoot them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. The super chats coming in are hugely appreciated. It really helps with all the time and effort I put into this stuff. Is Doge going up or just plain head and shoulders move only? I believe that Doge overall is ascending upwards. We've already seen it kind of establish a new floor, modestly, mind you, but a new floor has been established. I do think even starting tomorrow or even late tonight, we could see some big bull moves from Bitcoin that will reverberate all the way down. I think that's a pretty good possibility there. So we'll just continue to cover it. Doge fams losing sleep this week, says Cloud Chamber. Yeah, I don't mind. Bryce, welcome, Bryce. By the way, those of you who are new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. Hit subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit all on that notification bell before you leave, because we've got the best community here. Honestly, we have the best time. We have the best community. If you're remotely into Dogecoin, we have the best guests. I have Dogecoin developers coming in. I've got Dogecoin Foundation members coming in. We had I had a one-on-one talk with Billy Marcus months ago that lasted over 2 hours. What a great guy. What a fun talk we had. Nostalgic Jay coming in. Good to see you, Nostalgic Jay. Putting some pep in my step with a $20 super chat. Thank you, Nostalgic Jay. Dogecoin community appreciates your dedicated late night content, sir. You are the real deal. Thank you, Nostalgic Jay. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the encouragement and your support of the show. Always great to see you, my friend. Rain or shine, you guys know me. I stream about six nights a week, I average, of streaming Doge-centric content. Rain or shine. Rain or shine. Guys, I'm not one of these streamers who just only comes on when Doge is pumping, or I only cover Dogecoin when it's doing really well in market value. I've been covering it when it trades sideways. I've been covering when it doesn't do anything for months. I'm here night after night talking about things that are Doge-centric. We talk about other things too. I mean, when you stream as much as I do, you're going to talk about other things. It's more of just like a talk show. I'm like talk show host, right? I'm like talk show host that happens to be into dog money. It's basically what it comes down to. So we are not fair weather Dogecoin fans. We are here night after night, folks. So appreciate the support so much. Crypto Tank Girls bifocals. There's some really interesting usernames coming in the chat. But yeah, we're doing good. We're on the move, guys. Dogecoin is on the move. It's on the move. Yes, I did hear about that, Kyle. I am aware. I'm aware that he's back and making videos. Yeah, it's just one of those things. In light of everything that happens surrounding him, different people are going to have different opinions. They're going to feel differently about it. Some people are more forgiving about it. Some people are less forgiving about it. And it's just up to each person on how they want to feel about his comeback. So I'll just leave it at that. Steve, did you pass the YouTube hours to qualify for monetization? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I did. Paradiddle. Wow, I haven't seen you in the mix for a while. Steven's my favorite crypto streamer. Thank you, Para. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Any thoughts on Ethereum Classic? I had a position in Ethereum Classic for a little while, but then I had pulled out. I had cashed out, and I reallocated those funds into regular Ethereum. Nothing against Ethereum Classic, mind you. As I often say, just because I'm not invested in a project doesn't mean I don't like the project. It just means that sometimes it means I just don't have the means or the money to invest in everything that I would like to invest in. And I think Ethereum Classic's one of those. If I had some more capital to play around with, I'd probably still be holding a position there. I understand people have a lot of contentious feelings about what happened with the individual you guys are talking about in the chat right now. But I also think this is just my opinion. Just to be careful and not to fall into getting into a cycle where it almost turns into bullying that person. I think it's probably best, in my opinion, that we it's fine to talk about it. It's interesting. Like I get it. Trust me, I get it. But at the same time, we want to stay positive and not become super hyper attack mode about it either. We want to stay positive. We want to keep our eyes on the prize, keep the Doge momentum going in a positive direction, and just do our thing. And if somebody's making content from somebody that you don't like, or you don't like what they've done or anything, you can vote with your eyes. You can vote with your computer. You don't have to watch them, right? You can support. You can support content creators that you like more. For example. So just leave it at that. And it's also one of those things too where things can happen. I mean, the bullying can take a pretty severe toll on people too, and you never know what that could cause internally with people, and so you just want to be mindful about that. Steven, you are phenomenal. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you, Charles. Thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words in the chat tonight. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. What does Doge have to get? What does Doge have to get to really go, in your opinion? Oh, that metric is a pretty difficult one to surmise. But I guess if I had to pick a point like that, I would put it around 30, early 30s, 33, 34 cents for it really keeps. I think at that point, I think 40 cents is inevitable in the not so distant future at all. And then from there, I think it should really go. Yeah, so we're coming up a bit more again here. We've got a green candle coming up, the fourth green candle in a row. Looking nice. I'm on the 5-minute chart here. The candle is going up pretty dramatically. Looking good, gang. I think we're headed up to about 25.4 right now. 25.4. King Crowbar, welcome to membership, man. Thank you for that, and welcome aboard that lean green on the screen. I love to see it. I love it. And just so you know, what comes with membership is you get that, of course, nifty badge and your name in green on the screen and a badge right next to it. But then you also get a whole repertoire of exclusive members only emojis that you can use in the chat, those funky emojis you see in the chat. And then also I do a lot of breakout sessions, a lot of membership only sessions. I do those about a minimum about 3 a week, usually 4 a week, around there. And then I also I release some members only videos and content too. So yeah, and all that's available to you guys for just $4 a month if that's something that interests you. Entry level it's like $1 a week, so just another way to support what we're doing here, and we have a lot of fun in the members only streams. Kyle, thank you for your continued support of 3 months of membership. Thank you for all you do in the daily streams. Very welcome, Kyle. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it looks like another green candle is starting to form, guys. Another green candle is starting to form. But I'm also seeing a lot of sell orders, to be honest with you. So I would actually expect a little retracement right now. But a little retracement is good. A ton of retracement, not good. A little retracement is good because then we just build that healthy staircase ascending upward. You want 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's the ideal, right? That's the ideal. Keeps things both stable and gains that are sustainable. When you just have big shoot up parabolic rises, that's usually subject and bound to the harsh realities of gravity and usually comes down just as hard as it ascended. So you want a certain level of red candle action in the mix, but not too much, because obviously you want to keep going this way. Glory to glory to glory. Wow, I like that. It makes me just want to say glory to glory to glory to glory, 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 infinity. Was there a $1 billion Doge buy today, or is that fake news? I did see a blurb about that. I don't know. I would have to do my own research on it to confirm it. I would hate to confirm something that I'm not sure about. But I think from everything I've been seeing that I think things are going to remain really bullish through the rest of the week, guys. Through the rest of the week. And even into the weekend. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to have moments of periods of sideways trading, but I'm just saying overall, I think the whole market's going to be ascending the rest of the weekend and the weekend. I think we're going to have a great week, guys. Trucking All Day coming in with a $5 super chat. My car license plate is saying Doge 1 Go should be coming any day. That's awesome. That's so cool. Trucking All Day, and thanks for trucking all day. We appreciate it, man. Guys, I have to close a couple of my windows in my apartment because my neighbor is burning his leaves at 1:45. Why are you burning your leaves right next door to me at 1:45? So it's getting a bunch of smoky air in my place. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. So I will be back momentarily while I take care of that, guys. Just hang tight, hang tight. I'll be here with you. Just got to close my apartment windows. And I need to get another seltzer to keep my throat moist. All right. I hope you guys are behaving. And we're back. We're back. All right, guys. All right. Sorry for the interruption there. And we are moving again, pumping again. Another green candle going up. Another green candle going up. I think this could be an exciting, continue to be an exciting night going into tomorrow. Let me check the 5-minute chart here. 5-minute chart is looking good. So we've got, technically, we're on our 5th green candle now. Now, one of those green candles is thin as a pancake, but other than that, things are looking pretty good. Let's get over, there seems to be a lot of resistance right around 25.4. 25.4. If we can get through that, I think the ascension to 26 cents becomes much more likely right now. So we'll see. Yep, it's hitting that resistance again, right at 25.4. See, so we'll see what happens. Josh Randell disavows coming in with $10 super chat. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much. In honor of Truckin' All Day, new license plate. I like that. I like the theme, that super chat. I like the well wishes and support of Truckin' All Day's license plate. Watch, I bet somebody will create a YouTube handle called Truckin' All Day's license plate. There was a Twitter handle that would come in and out for a while. I don't know whatever happened to it, but the Twitter handle was Steven Steele's Jacket. Steven Steele's Jacket. I like that. Trucking All Day. Actually, I'm not in the burbs. I'm in a major city, which makes it even stranger. Chi-Chi says, let's pump the Doge, break the resistance. That's the idea, Chi-Chi. That's the idea. I'm not quite seeing that cup and handle forming as strongly as I would like to see. I'm seeing a decently sized red candle. I still wouldn't put it in the realm of like trouble zone red candle. I would say this still falls within the context of healthy resistance, healthy retracement. But if it keeps going down, obviously my opinion on that may change. Yeah, Alan says I burn leaves whenever, but I live next to them. That's totally different. This time of night is kind of an a-hole move. Well, it is an a-hole move simply because I live in a big city, and there's lots of apartment buildings and houses all right next to each other. Will we hit $1 before a year ends? Someone asks. It's possible. It's possible. I know Nick thinks yes. I'm a bit more conservative on my estimates. I'm putting Dogecoin year's end around between 55 to 65 cents. I think 2022 is going to be the absolute massive year for cryptocurrency across the board. Nostalgic J coming up with $25 super chat. Thank you, Nostalgic J. Appreciate you, man. Did you order a chair yet? If not, chair fund. I did order the chair. I assembled the chair. The reason why I'm not sitting in the chair, Nostalgic J, is because I don't have a desk to go with it yet. I ordered the desk to go with the chair, but was recently notified that the desk is on back order, so that's why I'm still sitting on the edge of my sofa. Thank you, Nostalgic J. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Why do idiots sell 25 cents? Who knows? There's a number of reasons. A few of them justified, but it's their money. People can do what they want with it. If you're struggling in life and just having a hard time paying your rent and bills and putting food on the table, do what you gotta do. No shame in that game. You don't know an explanation to anyone. But I agree. If you're not in a position like that, it's my personal opinion that Dogecoin is an excellent, epic long-term hold. Yeah, I think 2022 is when all the really big bull action is going to happen. Now, consequentially, I also think a lot of the fringe projects, a lot of the fringe token projects, without strong utility or without a super strong, reliable community, I think a lot of those are going to fall by the wayside in 2022. I think they're going to be gone. So I think the two things I think are going to happen in 2022. I think the big reliable projects that have been around a long time with strong utility and community, I think they're going to ascend like crazy. At the same time, I think the herd is going to thin with a lot of the altcoins, a lot of the smaller altcoin projects. But then also, I think we're going to see a tremendous ascension for the gaming token community, because that does actually offer strong utility and strong community. So there's a lot of money in gaming, and we're starting to see some of those. We're starting to see people make some really good money on those. I don't think that's going anywhere. I think that's going to be another thing too. Is digital property, virtual property. I think is going to continue to be a pretty vibrant, booming sector of the blockchain market. And that's a sector I'm still actively learning about right now. I'm not an authority on it yet, but I'm still learning a lot about it. I think there's a lot of potential there. Is Robinhood really going to release the wallets? They have to. I mean, they honestly have to keep really relevant in the crypto game. I think they're at the point now where they realize if they don't come through on wallets, the fallout resulting of not coming through on wallets is much more will have much more severe consequences than if they just whatever fallout they will have of people shifting funds around in providing wallets. Did you see TRX, Sony Interactive Entertainment Industry, announced a partnership recently? I did hear something about that, but I didn't look much further into it. It's just like I saw a blurb, but that's interesting. TRX those are the call letters for Tron, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Justin Sun is the CEO of that project, and I used to be invested in it. It's eluding me right now. I was going to say BitConnect, but no. Someone will call it out in chat. Is it possible for Doge to touch 66 within a few days? I mean, sure, it's possible, but I think it's unlikely. It's possible. After Mark Cuban brought up Axie in the Philippines, if you look that up, many are making money on Axie. It's awesome. Yeah, I own a little bit of Axie, but I kind of missed the main ascension. Now, I do think Axie is going to pump again. I don't think it's done, but I think it's more of like a long-term hold to get big gains in Axie. I have a modest investment in Axie. I'm also holding modest investments spread out among a few of the different gaming coins, respectively, and projects similarly to that. Just kind of covering my bases. If I could afford to put even a bit more money into those gaming coin projects, I would. I can't afford it right now. So do what you can. You do what you can with the resource we have. With the Tesla announcement, it would really spike. Yeah, I think it would too, Chi-Chi. But now we are getting to a retracement level that's kind of borders on being a bit too much. But we'll see here if we can turn things around with a green candle. We want to stay above 25 cents, folks. We want to stay above 25 cents. You get lower than that, then we're moving into a sideways trading position instead of where we were, a sideways trading position pre this last pump, then actually holding any substantial benefit off of it. So we'll see. Yeah, no judgment, Swift Pilot. I mean, I've known there's a few of my members here that have made big gains on coins like that. But it's just very high risk, high reward. You just got to be careful. Yeah, I do think the announcement of Dogecoin accepting, Tesla accepting Dogecoin is an inevitability. I also think that Elon Musk is smart enough to know when that should take place at a moment when it would be the most advantageous to Dogecoin. So we just got to be patient. He's waiting. He's waiting for the right timing and all that. And that depends on a few different factors, which I have talked about a number of times. And I do think Robinhood wallets are one of the things that he's waiting for. I also think that he's waiting for just the entire market to be brought up. I think he's looking for Dogecoin to be higher in market value before he announces it as well. Another project that's interesting too along those same lines, someone mentioned Axie in the chat. It's the Upcoin account. By the way, there's a lot of emotions around the Upcoin thing. Just so you know, for a disclaimer, that project has nothing to do with Upshot anymore. It's community owned, and it's got completely different people spearheading it now. Now, it said Axie looks interesting. Also, if that interests you, you might also want to look into the meta bots. There's one called Poker as well, and then Sandbox is one as well. That's like a metaverse, like a template company that also has its own coin as well. I came in late tonight. Are you able to give me a 60-second wrap-up of the headlines you covered? No, actually, I didn't cover hardly any headlines. It was Nick. It wasn't the usual show. I didn't have usual like headline news stories. Nick Ballz was in here, and we were just kind of shooting the breeze about Dogecoin and just a lot of different funny stuff. And then we started just doing a live market watch when Dogecoin went into a little bit of a breakout here. And that's kind of where we've been since, Audio Freak. Kama says, tough luck, just replay the video. Easiest way to get BNB. Easiest way to get BNB out of Trust Wallet. Oh man, that stuff's always a hassle, isn't it? I'm not sure what to tell you because that's the only reason why I have a Binance account, and even at that, every time I want to take funds out of my Binance account, it's always a hassle. It feels like everything I do on Binance is a hassle. Jimmy D, good night, fam. Doge fam, been listening, finishing up a gift. Thanks for a great show. Thank you, Jimmy D. Pleasant dreams too. And we'll see you again on the flip. Josh Rendell disavows coming in with a $10 super chat, putting a pep in my step this late evening, going up to the hour of midnight, 2 minutes away from the hour of midnight where I am. If you're on that West Coast, 2 minutes away from 10 p.m. East Coast or Florida. You're about 1 a.m. in the morning. I might change my YouTube handle to Steven Steele's Traumatized Webcam. Fair. Oh yeah, this webcam is balancing. It's balancing on my monitor, and it's definitely hit the wood floor a few times while I've been live. Scott says someone just minted 8 Doge X NFTs. Not many left. Wow. Yeah, people aren't playing around. We are, and there's still some rare ones left too, as I understand. Some asteroids, plenty of Moon and Mars. Let's see where we're at on the Doge X count is down to about 233. So we're getting closer to that last 200 mark there. Crypto Leprechaun, I lost $200 transferring from Trust Wallet to Coinbase Wallet. I sent and it never showed up. It's gone. I've been there, man. I've taken losses like that. It's another thing I don't like about Trust Wallet. Those are risks you incur. I remember transferring a bunch of Link out of Trust Wallet into Voyager. I never got it. It just disappeared. It vanished. Celeste says, shill your tokens with a super chat. I agree. If you're going to come in here, and shill your tokens with the tokenomics and return and all that kind of stuff, pay to play, my friend. Pay to play. You got to realize there's endless tokens with, it's just, it never ends. Always send a test amount before transferring on something new. That is great advice, and advice that I wish I would have. I lost my Link when I first started using Trust Wallet, so I learned the hard way on that one. How does everyone get their money out without Binance? It depends. Like, you could, I don't know. I'm gonna hand that over to the chat. I got a couple ideas rolling in my head. What do you think about Gemini? I don't have strong feelings on Gemini one way or the other. I don't use it. I've never used it. But from the people I've heard from that are regular users of it, they seem to like it. They seem to like it just fine. So there you go. Trucking All Day transfers his BNB onto Bitmart. Bitmart, sell, then buy XLM, transfer XLM to Coinbase, then sell for fiat. Doesn't sound complicated at all, does it, folks? No, but Trucking All Day, I would listen to Trucking All Day on that one. He's got a lot of experience with that stuff. I use Gemini. The fees suck. Yeah, I mean, and then Johnny Freaks, I love Gemini. People, someone's like, I hate Gemini. I love Gemini. Yeah, it's all up to you. You know, there's no free lunch. Even with Robinhood, they say it's free, but it's not really free. They take it out in other areas. They take it out in other ways. Upcoin says, I favor Kraken, but each exchange has different coins. Be nice if all their exchanges had BNB. Yeah, that's what really limits it. That's what makes it so difficult to move this stuff around. All right, guys. I have a few things I have to take care of. I'm going to take care of those things now, but I will probably come on for an Insomniac stream for those of you who are real big night owls, just because I'm feeling pretty awake tonight. And I slept all day because I was up streaming that pump up until 7 in the morning, so I slept all day. So I will probably do a late one. It might be members only. I'm not sure yet. But if you're not a member, feel free to become a member. It's a great way to support the channel. You get a lot of value for very little money. It's just $4 a month. NetPro, Family Valley is coming in at $20 super chat from beginner crypto person. MetaMask is a frickin' nightmare. Yeah, you know what? I have a video that I put out called How to Mint Dogex and any NFT for dummies. If you're brand new to NFTs, and not just if you're interested in minting a Dogex, but any NFTs, all the advice that I give in there breaks things down in the most plain, easy to understand language. And I go over a lot of the basics of MetaMask in there as well. So feel free to check that out. I think I'm going to do more instructional videos on things like MetaMask, on things like Trust Wallet, because there seems to be a big disparity there in terms of, I hear about this a lot, Donna. And so I think I'm going to probably come out with more instructional videos that explain things in super easy to understand language, because even a lot of the tutorials that I see out there, I think they're really frustrating. They're talking super fast. They're using a lot of lingo that beginners can't understand and all that stuff. And so I think I'm going to make some more instructional videos about that stuff. Just so people can have it out there in super plain, easy to understand language. But thank you so much, NetPro. Appreciate you, Donna. Appreciate you. So, guys, I will come back. I'm not going to make it members only. I will do a public one. Give me about a half hour down. So if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe immediately. Hit subscribe right now. What are you doing? Hit subscribe for your man, Real Deal Steele. So then you won't miss a stream. Hit all on that notification bell. It's very important. Hit all on that notification bell so you know right when I go live again, okay? Takes the guesswork out of it. And we have so much fun here, don't we, guys? We have so much fun. So give me about 30 minutes, and I'm going to come back with a late night stream for you extra night owls and your insomniacs. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Those of you who are coming back, who are still going to be up in about a half hour, maybe I'll see you then. Thanks again, everyone. Appreciate you guys. This is Steele, signing out.